Um, so, as an employer, as a government, as a program, something like Delete the Divide, I think there's three simple areas to help people get started. Especially if they come to you and they go, what do I do with this whole thing with AI? Have them think about AI. Do I want to use AI for growth? Do I want to use AI for efficiencies? Or do I want to use AI for the future? Efficiencies could be anything from how can I get my business application up and running or fixed faster? Or how do I get my people to identify what's happening with my inventory quicker? Or even just things like how can I make sure that my marketing campaigns to get new targeting, etc., is turning and converting to that to a sale, right? So efficiencies can be that. And then for like growth can be also around revenue or around employee retention or customer satisfaction, right? So there's multiple things, and then eventually you might get something or a use case that leads to the future aspect, right? So is it for growth, is it for efficiencies, or is it for future? Because when you think about those buckets, you can also start to think about, okay, where am I or where are my people lacking in skills to be able to hit these things? And then how do I build on that and actually then ride that wave? If you have folks who are scientists, to Amina's point, yes, there's lots of stuff that's going on, but if you just get started, we have lots of free courses from Google. There's lots of free courses in general out there. So there is no reason why you can't be also self-taught as you start to use a lot of these things. But the digital literacy for people who want to move and use generative AI around data security and all that, right? That is also really key. Don't put your own stuff into a public model and then try to ask it questions about you. Now it has your information. Don't do that. No. Okay? Do not do that. Do not upload your medical record because you're trying to understand what the doctor told you but didn't tell you. Because, right? Doctor says, you got this. It's like, yeah, but what does that mean? Can I go up the stairs? Well, does it hurt? I don't know. Should I go up the stairs or not? Well, you know what I mean? So don't put that MRI up there. Don't put the medical record because it's your stuff, right? It's really important for you to figure out, okay, if you don't know what question to ask these generative systems, get someone who's a little bit more tech savvy so you to learn how to get those answers. I think those are really, really, really key things for everyone to learn. But I also like what Amina said, which is, yes, the models are already there, but they are extremely biased because especially for the have-nots in this digital divide, it doesn't know anything about you.
Because you're not there.
Because you are not there.
You're not represented.
Correct. And so the models are already going to be biased, which is why it's really important you know what the prompt, what the question is that you ask. But when you get the answer that it's inaccurate because it's biased, do the thumbs up, thumbs down thing. Put the feedback in there because it will then learn and eventually it'll get better.
I would like to add something as well, and I would say the biggest thing that's going to be hard when we're trying to ensure that our communities can adopt AI is also understanding that they may not trust it. I've seen a lot when we were doing deployment of digital equity activities that it was very hard to even get our older adult communities to be able to want to utilize the device. So something like AI where they may not trust those platforms is definitely going to be a shift. And again, this is where it's going to be very imperative for us to continue to work closely with our digital navigators, our trusted community-based organizations that can help bridge those key trust issues when it comes to wanting to utilize those platforms. And again, we will also have to deal with the fact that even when we provide that education and knowledge, some communities may choose not to adopt, and what are the implications of that as we're shifting towards an AI community.
Thank you. And thank you, Amina, for releasing us from feeling we need to keep up with the 300 papers that are being published per week. One of my favorite things in I do weekly trainings on EmployCalifornia.org to our community for free so that they could learn how to use generative AI. And one of my favorite moments is not, when they discover and they see what's going on, they're not wondering, how am I going to keep up with all the LLM papers? They're thinking, oh my gosh, my whole world has expanded. Look what I can do now. And they're super excited, and that's one of my favorite moments. And so thank you for all that. Now, I have so many more questions, but I want to take some